The following Dysfunctional Gaming program was filmed in front of a live Twitch audience.
Hi, what's happening? Welcome back to Dysfunctional Gaming's Talking D&D. I am Thundercat, over there is GM Patch Nasty. We are back again to talk about some fun stuff this week. Before we get into that, let's talk about what we got coming out on Friday. On Friday morning, we got our next episode of War for Garaxia coming out on podcast form on Spotify and also on YouTube. So if you want to catch up and see all that, there you go.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. I was rereading the Discord and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Yes, there is no episode of the War for Garaxia this week. Conflicting schedules once again have forced our adventurers to be on hold this week. They will be returning next week, the 21st, on Friday. Hopefully around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the start time. What did we talk about? No, hold on. I almost forgot about it. Do we talk about it now or we talk about it at the end? We talk about it both times. Patreon. What can you tell me about Patreon? I don't know.
You're really
I have sick brain.
yeah. Patreon. We have a Patreon. There's some stuff on there. Behind the scenes things.
Go look at that stuff.
If you want to see some of the outlines from this, there's some up there. If you want to see some of the behind the scenes character creation for a couple of the characters for War for Garaxia, that is on there. And what else? There's a few of our meetings and a few of Randy outtakes that we have put up there as well. What else do we got? Let's see. This week we're talking about hobgoblins, but last week we talked about magic items.
We did. Ye old Mageki items.
If you want to catch up on anything that we have on Talking D&D, everything you can catch on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, Anchor.fm, anywhere you get your podcasts.
Or if you want something for your eye potatoes as well as your ear potatoes, you can check them all out on YouTube as well as Zombie. Wow, I apologize. I apologize now. Zombo Force, because I did today. I was like, what's our YouTube? And I went, fuck. There's like 3 of them. And I went, oh, Zombo Force. That's right. We're the first fucking thing. Boop.
Yeah, you can Google Zombo Force if you want to find our YouTube channel. So, yeah. Then, so we're going to talk about hobgoblins this week. A couple episodes ago, before the Christmas break, we talked about goblins and bugbears. So if you want to catch up on that, you can go back and hear that stuff. Once again, those same spots that are all those podcasts and YouTube. But we saw that there was quite a bit of information on the hobgoblin, and we kind of wanted to give them their own episode. And this might be a thing that we do. We kind of group a few of the monsters together that are kind of remotely close to each other, and we can kind of do a couple of them at a time if we can, or do a full-on episode on one of them.
How much did you learn about oozes from that one episode we did?
That's true. Yeah, I learned a bunch about oozes. I mean, for the dragon one we did, I like listened to other podcasts talk about dragons so I could have information about dragons. Yeah. So learning all that oozes. Stuff, it was cool to learn extra stuff, that especially with the hobgoblins. Like, I listened to a podcast today where they talked about them, and the Dungeon Cast, if you're interested. It's actually pretty good. It's on YouTube, and they've got plenty of followers, so they got pretty good production. Check it out. I'm gonna give them the credit that I listened to them today and learned a bunch of stuff about hobgoblins while I was playing Warzone.
Nice. I did a bunch of streamer bot stuff, and
also I also read most of this about the hobgoblins.
Oh, Volo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have just the monster manual, what they have in front of me. we just diving into it? I mean, my brain's
Yeah,
still
I
kind of
think
right.
it's the
All
best
right.
way. I mean, ants, like, what are they? Related to goblins and bugbears. They're probably the most weird of the three. They
Typically
run.
dark orange or red orange skin and hair ranging from dark red brown to dark gray. Yellow or dark brown eyes peer out beneath their beetling brows. From their wide mouths sport sharp and yellowed teeth. A male hobgoblin might have a large blue or red nose, which symbolizes fertility and power among goblinkin. Hobgoblins can live as long as humans, though their love of warfare and battle means that few do. Says what you need to know about what they look like right there and how long they live.
So to go along with the blue and red nose and the fertility and stuff, there's actually a blurb in the Volo's guide that actually, like, they put a little box around it. Hobgoblins are sometimes born with bright red or blue noses. This is an attribute is thought to be a sign of potency and potential. Blue and red-nosed hobgoblins receive preferential treatment, and as a result, they occupy most of the leadership positions in the hobgoblin society. The noses of all hobgoblins become more colorful when they are enraged or excited, much the ways that humans' cheeks can flush with emotion.
Neat.
I thought that
didn't know
was
that.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. So you can tell a lot from a hobgoblin about their nose.
Yeah, right. It's true though. Yeah, and if you were a hobgoblin without a blue or red nose, you probably wouldn't talk back to them.
Because you don't want to backtalk the alpha male unless you want to beta that motherfucker to death.
Exactly.
They are also goblinoids, which are humanoids, but they belong to the subset of humanoids, which are goblinoids, like goblins, bugbears, and ogres, along with the hobgoblins.
Ogres.
I had to think about it. What you got in that Volo's guide?
So they call it brutal civility. So basically, they hold themselves to a high standard of military honor.
Yep.
If you are part of the military and you don't hold your weight, they'll cut you out. They don't fuck around. They're just like, nope,
no,
bye. You're gonna be over there now, and like dead over there, not like,
yeah.
They have a long history of shared traditions recorded and retold to keep the knowledge fresh for new generations. They use a lot of like praise to their gods but they don't have shrines. So they use anyone that is religious, like any of the religious types, the preachers or whatever for them, they are known to just kind of have small shrines that talk about the gods. Magubliet, I always say the name wrong.
Gotta love them.
Yeah,
demon lords.
That's one of their biggest gods among them. And then they got Namag Geya, which is the greater god of Magubliet. And there's also Bergerviek.
And that would be the top tier.
Bergerviek is the second level, so it would go Namagaya and then Magubliet and Bergerviek.
Okay. Well, what I've got so far, I've on their martial prowess, their martial might. So a hobgoblin measures virtue by physical strength and martial prowess, caring about nothing except the opportunity to demonstrate skill and cunning in battle. Hobgoblins of high military rank attain their positions by force, then hold those positions by imposing their authority through draconian measures. Hobgoblins train to fight with a variety of weapons and have a great skill at crafting arms, armor, siege engines, and other military devices. Terrifying. Organized and disciplined, they take exceptional care of their weapons, armor, and personal possessions. They favor the bold colors associated with their tribes and trim their often elaborate uniforms with blood red piping and leather dyed black. Pretty gnarly stuff. The little blurb, the little picture shows a hobgoblin with a warg standing at what looks like some sort of castle in this desert sky. But I also see hobgoblins riding dragons in the background. So,
to go along with like the weapons that they yield, the priests actually yield the favored weapons of Namal Gayaz, which is a longsword and a hand axe. They are responsible for the martial training as well as the instruction in strategy and battlefield tactics. And they work as a police force in the Hobgoblin Society, making judgments about honor, mediating disputes, and otherwise enforcing discipline.
Not bad. So, I know there's, like, in the monster manual, there's 3 different types of hobgoblins. So, I've got on my end, I've got your basic hobgoblin, your hobgoblin captain, and then I've got Big Bad Mad Daddy, the Hobgoblin Warlord. Is there anything on the Volo side that has a higher challenge rating than a 6?
Ooh, I have to go into the actual.
Yeah, now I'm gonna. While you're looking,
I opened right up to the page.
Boom.
Like didn't even have it tabbed. So you got the Hobgoblins. You got a Devastator, who is a challenge 4.
Okay, not higher than a 6. Okay.
You got the Iron Shadow, which is a challenge 2.
Okay.
And then you have a. That's it. I think that's it.
Okay. All right. So the Warlord is definitely your big
Warlord
bad.
is first rank.
Yeah.
They have the ranks and status.
Ranks?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then let me talk a little bit about the legions then. So hobgoblins organize themselves into tribal bands known as legions.
Yep.
In their martial society, every hobgoblin has a rank, from the powerful leaders and champions to the rank and file foot soldiers to the goblins that find themselves driven in the front lines at spear point. A legion is headed by a warlord with several captains serving under its command. A Hobgoblin Warlord is a ruthless tyrant and more interested in strategy, victory, glory, reputation, and dominion than leading troops into battle. As loyal and disciplined as hobgoblins are in their own legion, rival legions compete constantly for reputation and status. Meetings between legions erupt in violence if troops aren't restrained, and only exceptionally powerful leaders can force legions to cooperate on the battlefield. That was words.
So to go along with the Legion, because this is in Volos, they add a little bit more to it. A Legion is organized into units called banners. Each one is made up of a group of interrelated families. Members of a banner live, work, and fight together, and each banner has a separate status within the Legion that is reflected in their power of their officers. For instance, the captain of the highest ranking banners can expect their orders to be followed by the captains of any banners of a lower rank.
All right, banners make sense to me. That's what they used in like medieval warfare.
Rank and responsibility aren't necessarily commensurate from one legion to another, or even between banners in the same legion. A phalanx of foot soldiers led by a captain in one legion might be 200 strong, while another such a force numbers just 20. One banner might have 4 warriors mounted on wargs, led by a fist, while a fist in another banner of the same legion might lead 10 mounted warriors. If any rank doesn't serve a purpose in the legion, the warlord eliminates it from its hierarchy to maximize efficiency.
Wow. So,
bye.
Yep. I mean, I can bridge this right into what So, hobgoblins do have a very strong grasp of tactics and discipline, from what I've read right there, and what you just told me, and can carry out sophisticated battle plans on the direction of a strategically minded leader. However, they hate elves and attack them in battle and over any other opponents, even if doing so would be a tactical error. Legions often supplement their ranks with less reliable and more expendable troops, including goblins, bugbears, orcs, evil humans, ogres, and giants. Damn. They also have a long history of training animals to service. Like the more civilized races, they use oxen and horses to transport goods and weaponry over long distances. They communicate via raven and keep vicious wolves to guard prisoners and protect hobgoblin camps. Cavalry use trained wargs as steeds, and in the same way, goblin rides wolves. Some tribes even keep carnivorous apes as fighting beasts. Cool. Goddamn Chelton hobgoblin zombie pit. That would be my next encounter right there.
All right, so advancement in rank comes as a result of attaining glory, but for the achievement to mean anything, a hobgoblin must abide by the race's code of honor in doing so. So they have like a code of honor that they follow. Let's see. Each Hobgoblin Legion has a distinct code of honor and law, but all follow a few general precepts that are at the heart of the at the heart of the Hobgoblin honor system. First is to follow orders. Yeah. First is to follow orders. Carrying out orders without question is critical on the battlefield, and hobgoblins follow this dictum in peaceful times as well as in order to maintain stability in their society. Honor the gods. Hobgoblins give regular recognition to the deities left to them, but after Magubliet's conquest, idols of Namang Gaia, as well as standards and flags with his image or symbol, receive a bow or salute at all times except emergencies. Pretty cool. Suffer nor give insult. As befits their warlike nature, hobgoblins believe that any insult demands a response. Suitably, the outward politeness and civility that they demonstrate among each other enables them to avoid conflicts in daily life. This same form of courtesy is often extended to other races the hobgoblins have dealings with, much to the outsider's surprise. When such respect isn't reciprocated, though, relations can swiftly deteriorate. How crazy is that? Like, if need be, they can do like trade with another race because they need to get to the lake or something. Like they need to cut through the town to get to the lake or to fish. Like,
it makes sense. I mean, they don't strike me as the uncivilized type from what.
Well, yeah, they're civilized. That's exactly right.
That's but they're goblinoids. That's what it's really like.
So think about if there's a human settlement in their way to, like I said, to the lake to get their fishing, they have to go and like talk to the humans to get to the lake to fish. Mm-hmm. The humans aren't going to be nice to hobgoblins. So if they're like, if they have to like be nice enough to get through to get what they need and take a little bit on the chin basically to do it. Mm-hmm. They whoa! I just knocked my mimic. My mimic got stuck to my book.
No,
I got too close to it.
Trying to become a book.
So that's the third one. The fourth one would be reward glorious action. Hobgoblins never deny advancement in status to a banner that has earned it, nor do they withhold higher rank from a deserving individual. If a banner attains great glory in battle but is nearly destroyed, the handful of members who remain are welcomed into another banner, taking their banner's name and colors along with them, and assuming places of leadership within the group. That's pretty cool. And finally, Uphold the Legion. Hobgoblins care more for the survival of their legion than they do for others of their own kind. Two legions might battle over territory, resources, or power, or out of simple pride. Such a feud can continue over generations in an ongoing cycle of retribution. Each legion has a list of grievances against any others it knows about, and any legions meeting for the first time view each other's with immediate hostility. Only a truly great warlord can force legions to work together, as an army of Magubliet has not called forth a host.
Yeah, hobgoblins are nothing to fucking joke with. Like they have their fucking code that they live by, and then we ain't having it. No mas. We'll deal with it. I was trying to also read the Conquer and Control because so hobgoblins only will claim lands with abundant resources, and they can be found in forests and mountains near mines and humanoid settlements, and everywhere else that wood, metal, and potential slaves can be found.
Yep.
They build and conquer strongholds in strategic advantageous locations, which then they use as staging areas to expand their territory. So little Hobgoblin Warriors, not warriors, warlords never tire of combat, but they don't take up arms lightly. So they won't necessarily murder you first, but you're going to do something that's going to piss them off. Go for the goals. Before they attack, hobgoblins conduct thorough reconnaissance to gauge their strengths and weaknesses of their foes. When assaulting a stronghold, they surround it first to cut off escape routes and supply lines, then slowly starve their enemies out. So if you pissed them off, be prepared to die slow.
Yeah.
Hobgoblins fortify their own holdings, bolstering existing defenses with innovations of their own. Whether they lair in cavern complexes, dungeons, ruins, or forests, this is where the DM enemy loves it. They protect their strongholds with ditches, fences, gates, guard towers, pit traps, and crude catapults or ballistas. This is the DM in me goes,
I started making my campaign for Vrist, and Volos I think had just came out when I started, and I didn't even think about like going in here and using the hobgoblin stuff because I had hobgoblins in my mind a whole different way, like for the game that we're playing. So like knowing all this stuff that they're like real smart and civil, like kind of works now for what I like how the way I used them, it kind of worked out, like knowing that they can be civil to get means what they want, and that's basically what they were doing. They were trying something new. Maybe one of their legions was sent out to do something new and figure out a new way, and that's what's going on. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I still got lots to write, so
yeah. I mean, we're only level 6, 7.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah.
So talking about their lairs and strongholds and stuff, they have a little bit in here about that. When hobgoblins aren't on the move, they have stable lifestyle in society wherein they can raise new generations, train them, and prepare for future battles. If few enemies exist nearby, and the hobgoblins in a legion have room to spread out, the members of each banner might live in a separate location, effectively its own settlement, with warg riders and messenger ravens passing communications between the sites. In lands dominated by other humanoids, hobgoblins will settle for taking up residence in an old dungeon or ruin where they can hide their numbers and keep their presence secret. Such an arrangement isn't desirable because space is usually at a premium. We just talked about that. Them trying to find like mines, like old mines and stuff to hide in. Permanent visitors. If a Hobgoblin Legion is looking for a place to set down roots, its first choice is out of the way area that has adequate resources or can be improved to suit the Hobgoblin's needs. Land for farming or grazing is desirable as is access to lumber, stone, or metal ore. If the Hobgoblins find a place that fits the bill, they build non-portable facilities such as forges and sawmills, marking their intention to stay either until all the resources have been harvested or until Magubliet calls them off for war.
Damn.
Yeah. And then I have a thing that says, who goes there? A Hobgoblin lair resembles nothing so much as a military base. It is always well guarded, whether by lone sentries perched in the trees or a stone tower with a full garrison of troops. As space permits, large areas are dedicated for use as training grounds, marshalling fields, target ranges, combat arenas, and similar facilities for the practice of warfare. Monuments, typically statues and pillars, are erected around these areas to remind the Legion of past glories. That's pretty cool.
I like that. That's neat.
All right, so in the monster manual, they have a little clip about warlords in there.
No, they just have a warlord. I've read everything they have, excluding the translation of a Hobgoblin War Chant.
Oh, well, please read me that. That sounds wonderful.
They break before our shields. They fall beneath our blades. Their home is ours to conquer. Their children our slaves. Our Acheron, victory is ours. Huh. Well, I don't know. They don't
Well, I
have a
don't know.
translation guide for this.
Volo said hobgoblins are relentless soldiers that cleave to rigid tactics and orders. I fear they're less predictable scouts and spies more. Hi, Fuzzrab.
Yeah, I'm feeling well. Got like sick brain, but other than that, I feel good.
So, because in the hobgoblins here, they talk about the Devastators and the Iron Shadow.
All right, so before you even say anything, is the the Shadow one sounds like a one that has sneak attack? Does it have sneak attack?
No.
Ah, damn. Okay, go ahead and read whatever you're gonna read.
they're monks basically.
Ah, nice, even better.
Even
better.
You got the Iron Shadows. A few hobgoblins have mastered a system of unarmed combat called the Path of the Iron Shadow. Its practitioners are known as Iron Shadows. They serve as a secret police force and spy network in the Hobgoblin Society. Statistics for... Yep, that we know that. I can talk about the statistics later. We don't care about that right now. The Iron Shadow recruit from all ranks of Hobgoblin Society. They answer only to the Priest of Magubliet and use their talents for stealth, disguise, and unarmed combat to squash potential insurrections and treachery before any uprising can flourish. These hobgoblins these hobgoblins have the ability to command shadow magic to conceal their true nature, create distracting illusions, and walk from one shadow to the next. When they operate in the open, they wear masks that resemble the leering faces of devils, as befits the role in society. They receive proper deference from all other hobgoblins that cross their path.
And scene. Oh, okay, all right. So yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I assume the Devastator must be some form of barbarian. And how is the flu treating you, Fuzz? Last I knew, you had a cold or the flu or something.
The Academy of Devastation. It's an academy. That's pretty sick. Hobgoblins know the value of arcane magic in warfare, where other cultures treat magic as an individual pursuit. A calling that only a select few can even attempt. Hobgoblins practice mass indoctrination and testing to identify every potential caster in their ranks. The Academy of Devastation is a hobgoblin institution made up of spellcasters. Members are sent abroad to test young hobgoblins. Those who show an aptitude for magic are enrolled in the academy, brought to a hidden school, and subjected to rigorous regimen of drills, exercises, and study. In the academy's view, every young student is a potential new Devastator, destined to be forged into a weapon of war.
Oh, okay. All right. I like that. That's an interesting way to use magicians or magic and arcane.
There's another paragraph.
Kudos. Go on.
And it's pretty cool. Hobgoblin Devastators have little knowledge or use for spells that have no use on the battlefield. They are taught potent, destructive spells and also learn the fundamentals of evocation magic. The death and destruction they bring about is worthy as many accolades as the ruin wrought by traditional warriors. Luckily for their enemies, Devastators seldom employ sophisticated tactics, functioning essentially as mobile artillery battery. They're just like firing off. They're the mortars in battle.
That's
They're shooting stuff off into the air, hoping to hit stuff.
It was literally how I did the Dragon Wars. But it was just, instead of Hobgoblin Devastators, it was just wizards. I was like, just fireballs from everything.
They bring tremendous force to bear, but rarely display the versatility and inventiveness of spellcasting, elves and of the elves, like spellcasting like elves and humans.
Yeah.
A few do become accomplished tacticians in their own right, and it is uncommon for such an individual to serve as the warlord of a legion. Cool.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. From what I said about monstrous player races, I think this would be an exception to the rule because I know that there is a player race in Volos, and this is a fair one. This is one that I would allow at a table. But I'm glad you're feeling better, Fuzz. I'm gonna go right into the so I assume the Devastators and the other ones are just things you add to a Hobgoblin, or they have their own stat blocks.
You're talking about for
Both of the things that you just read.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about player race.
No, the player races I can pull that up, but I'm not even gonna bother with it.
So for the Devastator, they get spellcasting, obviously.
Oh, so it's just something you add. All right. So, right, or is it a whole stat block?
It's a whole stat block.
Oh, okay. So what's their AC? Is it lower than
They're 13. Studded leather.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
At
least they're wearing leather.
Well, so they have a +1 to strength too, so like they can hit you. Like they don't need. Yeah. They have a quarterstaff, so they do
D8 or D6.
D6, D6 okay. Plus D8 or a D8 if it's two-handed.
Okay.
They have 4th level spell is an ice storm. They can use it once. They have 3rd level fireball, fly, and lightning bolt. All like straightforward. Yep. Gust of wind, Melf's acid arrow, and scorching ray. That's 2nd level. At 1st level, they have fog cloud, magic missile, and thunder wave. And then
how many slots?
4 slots at 1st level. So let's see, 4, 3, 3, 1.
Okay. So like a 9th level caster or a 7th.
They're a challenge rating 4, so
yeah, it makes sense.
That's about 8 or yeah. And they get acid splash, firebolt, ray of frost, and shocking grasp, all attack spells.
Goddamn right. Fuck you and your men.
45 HP.
Not bad. 30 movement.
Yep. Arcane Advantage. Yep. Once per turn, the Hobgoblin can deal an extra 7 damage to a creature it hits with a damaging spell attack. If the target is within 5 feet of an ally of the Hobgoblin and the ally is incapacitated.
So that's kind of like the martial advantage.
It's like a sneak attack.
Well, you get martial advantage from a fucking Hobgoblin. They get base sneak attack. So
and then they have Army Arcana. When the Hobgoblin casts a spell that causes damage or that forces other creatures to make a saving throw, it can choose itself and any number of allies to be immune to the damage caused by the spell and to succeed on the required saving throw.
Oh. So like the evocation thing where I can make
the fireball I throw at you guys, I'm going to be like, all of my guys will be fine and everybody else will be hurt.
Uh-huh. Not bad. Not bad. All right, so your base Hobgoblin, AC of 18, 11 HP, 30 feet of movement. It has a longsword, so a D8 or a D10. And then it has martial advantage. Once per turn, the Hobgoblin can deal an extra 2d6 damage to a creature, or 7. It hits with a weapon attack if the creature is in 5 feet of an ally of the Hobgoblin that isn't incapacitated. It also has a longbow. A fucking longbow. Those things have 600 feet of range at disadvantage. That is crazy. Crazy. And their base range is 150. My goodness.
What's their challenge rating? Half?
Half. Yeah. And then you throw in a captain, which is a CR3, has 1 less AC. It's a 17 because it's got half blade. The Hobgoblin has chainmail and a shield. 39 HP for the captain. 39, which is nutty. Martial Advantage is now 3d6 instead of 2, so 10 extra damage. It has multi-attack. It uses a greatsword. It has a javelin instead of the longsword. And then it has leadership. So for 1 minute, the Hobgoblin can utter a special command or warning whenever a non-hostile creature that it can see within 30 feet of it makes an attack roll or saving throw. The creature can add a d4 to its roll provided it can hear and understand the Hobgoblin. A creature can benefit only from one leadership die at a time. The effect ends if the Hobgoblin is incapacitated. It can do that once per short or long rest. So it's got a little bless it can do. So kind of handy without giving it the actual spell. And then you've got the mean Warlord on my end. But please go on about the other one, with the one that you didn't say.
The Iron Shadow.
Yeah.
Armor class is 15. Hit points are 32.
Not bad.
Challenge rating 2. Also has spell casting.
Okay. Oh boy.
Second level spellcaster, and it has the following spells: cantrips at will, minor illusion, prestidigitation, and true strike. First
is it
level
a wizard?
Nope. First level is charm person, disguise self, expeditious retreat, and silent image. They have unarmored defense. When the Hobgoblin is wearing no armor and is wielding no shield, it has AC wisdom to its wisdom modifier. It has multi-attack. They make 4 attacks, each of which can be an unarmed strike or a dart attack. It can also use Shadow Jaunt once, which is one of their other attacks, before or after one of the attacks. Unarmed strike is a +5 to hit.
Not bad.
A D4 +3. A dart is, obviously, you know what the dart is. +5 to hit
D4.
is a D4 +3.
Yep.
And then the Shadow Jaunt. The Hobgoblin magically teleports, along with any equipment it is wearing or carrying, up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space it can see. Both the space it is leaving and its destination must be in dim light or darkness.
It's a Shadow Monk.
Yep.
Fuck you, man. That's mean. That's rough.
It's a Hobgoblin Shadow Monk.
Yeah, that's... So, I forgot to say those. The Hobgoblin, respectively, has a +3. A Hobgoblin Captain has a +4. Since they are a challenge half and a challenge 3. I like how it's got very, very messed up cantrips. Like those... What type of spellcaster does it treat it as, or do they even say? Is a second
intelligence.
Level... okay, so it would be a wizardy type. Or
they have a little blurb for both of these too.
Yeah.
They're trained in secret. Iron Shadows are recruited from across the Hobgoblin ranks. A candidate for admission undergoes a series of tests designed to reveal any potential for treachery. Those who fail are slain, while those who pass received secret training in the magical and martial arts. Indoctrination is slow and arduous. While the recruit is in training, it serves the Iron Shadows by looking for and reporting suspicious behavior.
All right. The big bad evil Hobgoblin Warlord, which is a challenge rating of a 6. It isn't too bad, depending on what level you are and how many minions it has. It's got an AC of 20 with plate mailed and a shield. It's got 3 shy of 100 HP, so 97 HP. 30 feet of speed. It's proficient in intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws, which is awkward. Martial Advantage. This guy, once per turn, can deal an extra 14 damage or 4d6 if you're that type of DM who likes to roll. If he has a creature within 5 feet of it. Its multi-attack makes 3 melee attacks or 2 ranged attacks with its javelins. The longsword is a +9 to hit. 1d. Is that a creature rating? So is the challenge rating the character level that you should be attacking the creature at?
So the way that challenge rating works is, if, say, it's a level 4 challenge rating, that means you need 4 level 4 characters to equal that creature in fight. So if you have 3 players in your table, a challenge rating 4, they probably need to be level 5. You kind of need to like.
Well, that would be a base. That would be
that's base. So like, if you want to have a really hard fight, you'd give them a higher challenge rating. It's based off of a party of 4, I believe.
Mm-hmm. The trick is, though, the big thing is it doesn't matter what the challenge rating is. You got to hit. You got to roll. You got to roll higher than a 1.
And your characters should be. You should know how your characters fight / play the game. So if you put a challenge rating 4 against them and they're all level 2, they're gonna realize that maybe this isn't the best fight for us. We need to run.
My rule of thumb is if it's on like a wallet-sized stat block, I can throw that at a party and not worry about it. If it's on something that I have to hold sideways, like a phone or a note card, there's a potential that I might kill the party. This is one of those things that you could kill a party with if they're like all level 2 and there's like 4 of them. Because 3 attacks, that means I can hit 1 person 3 times, or 3 people 1 times, or 2 people that are far away from me. I can also I have a shield bash, so it doesn't do a lot of damage, but I can push people away if I get crowded. They have the leadership bonus, which is the same bless fact. You don't want to have this guy one-on-one with a whole party. But the big thing it has that none of the Hobgoblins have is it has a reaction. It has parry. It has the ability. We need to run. I don't understand. Exactly. You're not wrong, Ostator. Not a lot of players know that. The Hobgoblin adds 3 to its AC against 1 melee attack that would hit it. To do so, the Hobgoblin must see the attacker and be wielding a melee weapon.
Tater's gonna fall in love with that character, and he's gonna say, "We don't. What is we need to run?" And he's gonna stay and die, and then he's gonna have a
Have
tear.
we hit level 5 yet?
He's gonna have a tear. He's gonna have a tear roll down his eye, and he's gonna go, and you're gonna see it live on screen. Duke dying, and his next character will be Doc, the dwarf barbarian.
Duck
Cannon.
Duck Cannon. But yes, Hobgoblin Warlords are certainly a very good intro BBEG or like a mini boss. Like if you have a dragon that you want to throw at the party when they're like level 10, this could be something that works for that dragon. This thing and some other things that we'll get to in future episodes. I always liked using a Warlord because it has an action, it has a reaction, and it has a sneak attack. So whatever I have that goes up against it, I can do a little bit of extra damage if I hit it. Cuckadanon. Sounds like you're trying to get free yogurt from fucking Jamie Lee Curtis. That's all I read from. She's the Danon one, right? Or you'll play. I love her new music. Her new movie coming out.
Her new music video.
Jackass Forever. Yeah, Jackass Forever. You ever notice how Johnny Knoxville and Jamie Lee Curtis kind of look similar now?
Oh my god! But I never did. I'm gonna have to take a look and see.
Seriously, can't unsee it.
I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
All right. So that's your Hobgoblin stat block. The Warlords and the regulars and the fun little monkey ones and the one with the wizard. I like how they don't have any bullshit cantrips. Like, no, it's all out defense. Go fuck yourself.
So offense. in Volos, they do a Goblinoid War Camp.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Goblinoid War Camp obviously is going to house goblins, bugbears, and hobgoblins.
Potentially. Depending on the war camp and how crudely or well built it is.
So the picture in it, they show the Hobgoblin barracks are lined up down below. Picture's not very good. It's hard to fucking tell what these pictures are. But it says, not surprisingly, Hobgoblins have the most spacious and well-appointed quarters in the war camp. Each of their banners in a legion has its own group of lodges in one of the quadrants of the interior. each one facing the pathway that runs past its front door. So they have like the best spots in the entire encampment. That's pretty cool.
Goddamn right. Fucking A right.
Like
one of the things that I remembered, like from like when I read a little bit about Thay before we went to Thay, like there are a lot of nice hobgoblin places there, but no one wants to go to Thay because it sucks.
Yeah, that's
What do you got for the player race?
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's take a peek. Do you get, because if you get a natural sneak attack that levels up, that's fucking broken.
All right, Hobgoblin traits. So you can play as a Hobgoblin character class if your DM allows you to. They've given us some monstrous races to play. The Bugbear, Goblin, Hobgoblin, Kobold, Orc, and Yuan-ti, Pureblood.
Where's my Illithid, wizards? Where is it? Why can't I eat people's brains?
The Hobgoblin traits. Your Constitution score increases by 2, and your Intelligence score increases by 1.
Good wizard. Okay, go on.
Your age is they age about the same as humans, and have
fair. Go on.
Similar lifespans.
Blah blah blah.
Alignment is towards lawful evil.
I could deal with that. I could play that.
Size: Hobgoblins are between 5 and 6 feet tall, weighing between 150 and 200 pounds. You're a medium.
Trim and fit
player. Like speed base is 30 feet. You can have dark vision within 60 feet.
Cool.
Martial training, you're proficient with 2 martial weapons of your choice and with light armor.
Cool. Okay, so that's immediately interesting because then I have 2 martial weapons. Hobgoblin Monk. Oh, all right, go on. I'm sorry.
We just talked about a Hobgoblin. Saving face.
I know, but now
Hobgoblins are careful not to show weakness in front of their allies for fear of losing status. If you miss with an attack or fail an ability check or saving throw, you can gain a bonus to the roll equal to the number of allies you can see within 30 feet of you. Maximum bonus of +5. Once you use this trait, you cannot use it again until you finish a short or long rest.
That's cool.
That's a fun one.
I really, really, really wish Ironhide would have been a Hobgoblin now that I say it, because that would have come in handy. Oh, did I fail that stealth check?
You could speak,
by how much?
Read and write Common and Goblin.
Boo. Common and Goblin.
There's your Hobgoblins, boys and girls.
I like Hobgoblins.
There's your Hobgoblins.
They're a fun sub race of goblins. Alpha daddy race, if you will.
So yeah. So what's up? What else? What else do we do?
Ironhide never fails stealth checks. Yeah, if we had like 2 bits,
he doesn't even roll them.
Yeah, seriously, I just know I'm gonna. But yeah, can I just fail this? We don't even watch. I'm gonna roll a dice right now. Oh, that's jacked. Hey, it's a 15. Oh wait,
-1
roll again.
Oh yeah,
I gotta roll it again.
Yeah.
Oh.
I keep forgetting that a 1. Nice. I keep forgetting that if I roll a 1, I get to re-roll because I'm a halfling.
I hate it so much.
I keep forgetting that. My halfling luck. Yeah, all right. So I guess that's it for this week. Let's talk about what we got going on for the rest of the week. Friday and Saturday are up in the air. Friday we are not playing D&D War for Garaxia. We will be back.
No,
we will be back on the 21st with the new episode at 9 p.m. Eastern. We will be playing video games, I believe, on this channel right here anyways on Friday. So if you want to come hang out and play some video games or chill with us, That's fine. Come on out. We'd love to see you. And then Saturday we might do Phasmophobia stream later in the evening.
Phasmo.
I'll be returning from Massachusetts.
Oh, that's because DD has things.
Yeah, DD wants to try something out for us, so we're gonna see what happens.
That's gonna be so much fun.
So check that out on this channel on Saturday night, and then we're back Tuesday. But before that, Pat, what do you got going on?
Hi. COVID.
Are you going to be
Sorry,
streaming?
that was a short answer. Yes, So, hello, folks. I am GM Patch Nasty, and if I don't talk to people, I get rusty, as you could tell clearly throughout most of this episode. I did not work today because I found out I had COVID. Tomorrow, I will be streaming after the fiance gets out of work, and probably the rest of the week doing that because I need to talk to people and I crave human interaction. So Thundercat, do you potentially want to play some Warzone tomorrow?
I plan on playing Warzone tomorrow.
Okay, good. I may join you.
Sweet.
No. Oh, wait. I will join you.
Sweet. Sounds good. I'm down. I'm gonna stream tomorrow too, so you'll be able to catch.
When are you streaming tomorrow?
You get to be able to catch both views, maybe.
Yes.
I don't know what time I'm going to start. I might start early and just do all day. I don't know yet. I got the day off, and if I want to make content, I might make content. I don't know what I'm going to do. Check me out tomorrow. By at least 4 p.m., I should be streaming.
Heard that as when Beyonce gets out of work. Yes, Beyonce. She is my queen bee. I do call her honeybee, so yes, she is Queen Honeybee.
Honeybee Beyonce. My Beyonce.
Yeah. What? Yes. Did you not know that I was Jay-Z? That's Jadakiss, I'm sorry.
No, Jay-Z does that sound too.
Oh, he does that? He does that?
Yeah, Jay-Z does that sound too.
All right, nice. But no, I did some things with StreamerBot and did some channel points and new sound effects. So come and check it out and make me go crazy because I'm going to probably play retro stuff because it's quick and it's easy and I'll go get frustrated. What are you going to play? Warzone?
Warzone and maybe some, I don't know, whatever I want to play tomorrow. Doesn't matter. Just come hang out with me. We'll talk. Doesn't matter what I'm playing.
Give him $5. He will play ET in completion.
Give me $5?
$5.
Didn't say that. I'll take the $5, but I'm not gonna play ET in completion.
$5 for an hour of ET. You're here on Talking D&D.
You can stay in my chat and get channel points to have me play an hour of a game if you want.
But $5 is so much easier.
I will still take the $5.
Yeah, I'll take that fucking $5.
Yeah, all right. So check us out tomorrow on GM Patch Nasties, my chat, his chat. Don't forget about Patreon.
There it is.
Tell me about Patreon.
You can give us money for exclusive things that no one else gets to see except for the people who make it. Fuzzrab gets to see it. Us Tater, you don't get to see it. You know why? Because no taters are allowed. You got to give us, how much is it?
$3.
$3 to get exclusive feet pictures. I don't know. $5 to watch him install a game via DOS.
DDoS, let's go. I know how to install games via DDoS.
No, just break out the old school Atari.
I know how to. I have the Nintendo system right behind me.
There you go.
The Nintendo Entertainment System, aka NES.
Hard pass.
Also, follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube, catch up on Zombo Force. We have 17 episodes now.
17.
We're recording tonight for our next one. Check us out on YouTube and check us out on Twitter if you want to catch up to date stuff going on with us. We post to Twitter whenever we're going live. We post to Twitter when we have new content on YouTube, Spotify, all that stuff. Check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
And don't forget, if you want to catch up and see any more Talking D&D information, you can get it on Anchor.fm, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, any other ear potato and eye potatoes that you can think of. You can catch the VODs on
YouTube,
Twitch.
Yep. 17.
55. All right. So
55?
we had Randy back last week. Do we still have him this week? Let's find out. We're gonna go over to the ending screen.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
There he is.
So,
okay, Randy, where do you want to raid to tonight?
I don't know who's live. What do we got? Who's
Let's
live?
see.
I see Drog the Frog's playing some Final Fantasy. Ron Funches is doing some Fun Buns Tuesday. That Epic Mealtime guy is playing some Halo. I don't know. I don't think Dara's live. Is Dara live? Can we go over and see what's going on with Dara? What happened?
Dara
What do you get when
is
you cross an
live.
Irish
Yeah,
man?
we can go to Dara.
Let's go. Yeah.
All right. We're
So
going
I
on
was
6
reaching
hours. Here
for-
we go.
Yeah. So I was reaching for songs about goblins. So the first one that came to my mind was one that was done by the wonderful David Bowie. So you remind me of the Babe. The power of voodoo. So I thought my baby trying hard as babe could try. What could I do? My baby's love had gone and left my baby blue. Nobody knew what kind of magic spell to use. Slime and snails, puppy dog tails, thunder or lightning. Baby says, you know, baby says that Thundercat, no. Never seen Labyrinth? Dance, magic, jump, magic, dumb, magic. Put that magic spell on me. Slap that baby, make him scream. Dance, magic, dance. It's a weird song. I'm sorry. That's all I come up with. Short notice.